Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your November reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Capricorns, what can you expect coming up in your life? If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. If it's not your reading, I would check your moon sign because that is your emotional side and your private side. So there you are, Capricorn, right there. So I have the Seven of Wands surrounding your entire reading. This is blocking. This is standing up for yourself against adversaries, or adversaries, however you want to say it. But this surrounds your entire reading. What are you blocking? What are you protecting? Let's read on. Up here is in your highest energy is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is about looking at this pentacle like it was a crystal ball. You're trying to figure out where's the security, where's the stability and groundedness. You know, it's a young energy, it's a page, but you're very concentrated on stability and security. These are the two highest energy cards in your entire reading. So you're trying to protect yourself because I think you want this stability and security, and you're trying to figure out if it's there. I have the Judgment card next to the Page of Pentacles, and right above the Seven of Wands. You have been in a spiritual lesson. You may still be in it. This is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They've been blowing the horn down on you, but you're awakening to it. You're awakening to a spiritual lesson. They are so difficult to get through. I don't know of any easy ones. If it's called a spiritual lesson, it's hard to get through. And a matter of fact, if you don't make it through in one life, it will move on to the next life. It'll keep doing that until you get the lesson. So, but I think you're awakening to it. Right next to the Judgment card is the Justice card. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart someplace or around this reading in someone else's chart. There you are. This is part of your Judgment, I believe. It's right next to the Judgment card. It's, you know, putting your sword up in self-defense, looking, seeking that truth and that clarity, keeping balanced, you know, not letting things come in that can throw you off because you don't protect yourself, because you don't look for truth and clarity. I think this is part of your lesson. And you are coming into that self-justice. You're becoming balanced. Your sword is up. It's like you know what you want and you know what you don't want, and you're going to stick to it. You want to stay balanced. I have the Nine of Wands under the Page of Pentacles. Now this is coming to your wit's end. Over, you know, it looks like, yeah, there's somebody here you've been waiting for commitment or to move a relationship forward, something like that, and it hasn't been happening. You're wondering if it ever will. Well, what I think you're deciding is you're starting to get into this place of self-protection and like, no, I want to be balanced. This is throwing me way off. You're coming to your wit's end on the hope for the Pentacle. See, the wands are fresh starts and new beginnings. And it's like that wand is holding you up. And I feel like you're almost ready to give up. You're protecting yourself. Here you are blocking anything that kind of, you know, takes away your security, your stability. You know, you're also blocking... You're blocking that Nine of Wands energy about being all worn out too. You don't like that. This is helping you learn your Judgment. You're also blocking the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is deceitful. lying, stealing, cheating, you know, it can be rumors, it can be just about anything deceitful. Taking, not giving. That's not good energy. And I think you've just, it's like you've been enlightened. You're waking up to a spiritual lesson and you're seeing everything for what it is. And it looks to me like there has been energies around you that you need to let go and you need to block out of your life so that you can stay balanced. I have the Knight of Cups here. And this is, you know, part of what's wearing you out. Someone came into your life. They presented themselves as if they had a sincere love offer. They were never coming up with the Pentacle. Right next to the Knight of Cups, and all these are male or female, by the way, is the Hierophant. This is the card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Hierophant is about traditional values and traditional morals. You know, when they came in, I think you really thought that this is the direction in which they wanted to go. But it didn't. It didn't happen that way. It might have started out that way. But this is a card for marriage. It's very spiritual. Union, marriage, groundedness, security, stability. It's all about that pentacle that you're examining over there. Like, where is it? What's going on here? Well, I have your card, okay, Capricorn, only because of the horns, all right? The energy is entirely different. The devil is about toxic energy. They become toxic. It's right below the Seven of Swords. It's right next to the Hierophant, which is, I think, a promise. Not a promise, but an idea. This is where you thought you were headed, and they presented themselves as if it could head that way. I think there's a third energy going on here with them, and that's why they're being so deceitful. And this is where you're learning your spiritual lesson too, and putting your sword up and seeking that truth and that clarity and trying to stay balanced. I think you recognize what's going on here, and so you're blocking this energy from coming towards you anymore. Let's take out the second part of this reading. It just seems like more and more people are so concerned about themselves they don't give any thought to anybody else. As I read these cards, as you know, and I've been doing it a long time, it just feels like there's more of it. Well, Okay, I got the Knight of Swords here up in your highest energy. There's that sword. A sword of truth and clarity. And you taking action too. It's like speaking your truth, getting the truth. You're not standing for this Seven of Swords energy anymore. You're blocking it, but you're cutting it out of your life. You're like, you will not have that. That Knight of Swords is right next to the Hermit. This is the card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart, in their chart, or around this reading. But what the Virgo, or what the Hermit is all about, is seeking your path forward. You know, the universe hears you. And they're shining the lantern. I'd like to look around the Hermit here. First off, taking action for truth and clarity. Second off, you spend time alone in meditation or prayer. You're seeking, like, soul searching for truth and guidance here. There is stained glass windows. It's very spiritual. You go very deep in trying to figure all this out. I think the Hermit wants you to get all your truth and all your clarity so that you can, you know, see what's going on, feel what's going on, learn your spiritual lesson fully. And it looks like they want you to take action as far as seeking that truth and that clarity. Right under the Knight of Swords. I don't know why these cards are slippery today. Right under the Knight of Swords and next to that Seven of Swords is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, this is about the commitment. This is about, you know, all these wands coming up in the background are people celebrating you and someone else as like a couple. So it can be a card of engagement, or they just see you that way, you know, as a couple. But this energy is too close. You know, whoever I'm talking about here, and this is right under the Hermit, is a soulmate. You might have known them since childhood, like college years or before. This is sweet. It started out sweet. You've known them in another lifetime. That's your connection. That's why you're attracted to each other. So it started out sweet, started out sincere, but something got in the mix here that shouldn't be, and you are blocking it, and you're like, you are not going to have it. It's very firm. I have the Page of Wands here next to the Six of Cups, and under all this soul searching. I feel like there's something you need to say to them, and it's about your connection. It's about truth. It's about clarity. It's about the staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. Like, you know, the only way maybe that you can have a fresh start, new beginning, is to rid this toxic energy. It's brewing, and it's brewing as you heal. The Four of Swords is very much a healing card. You know the relationship, you know that they're a soulmate. You can feel it. You can usually both feel it, but it's brewing from the bottom of your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth. And it's all about this fresh start and this new beginning. There's things that need to be said. I have the Four of Cups under the Six of Wands and next to the Devil. This is it's like they try to come back in and they try to apologize. And I think you don't reach for it right away because you're in self-protection mode and you've gone through a lot of healing. This was not easy. Spiritual lessons are very difficult. You learned a lesson here. Your eyes are now wide open, okay? So they try to come back in. But I think what you need to know, and what they want to do is offer this fresh start and new beginning. They might have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Might be strong in their chart someplace or around this reading. But they're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, just like here, you know. They want to come back in. They want to start over. They have their hand on their hip. And that's what they're offering you, is a fresh start and a new beginning. But you have a lot of truth and clarity. You're going to speak up about this other energy that you've had to block out of your life just to maintain your happiness, to get rebalanced. There's a lot that you need to say. But in the end, it looks like you will try again. Maybe, you know, I think you're going to give them another chance. I think they're going to convince you that they have grown and that they are going to say goodbye. If you look at the Devil card, it is waving goodbye. It's right below the Seven of Swords. And so I think they want to leave that energy behind and try over again. And you're happy to hear that. And you're getting the right answers to your questions. And they're actually listening to what you needed to say. But you're going forward in this relationship with your eyes wide open. And that is part of your spiritual lesson. You're going to do everything you can, even when you move forward with them, to stay balanced and to block these types of energies from coming into your life. I'm taking out one more card for this reading, Capricorn. The Ace of Pentacles. So this is what you've been looking at. This is what the whole reading started with, was you wondering if this could ever be stable and secure, this relationship. Well, it can. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It can. And, you know, it's because you've changed too, for one thing. You're not allowing they're not feeling like they can like just walk all over you anymore. If they want to keep you, they know they better, you know, mind their P's and Q's. They know that they need to be sincere. They know they need to show you love, move forward with you, and be very stable and secure. This might even be a ring coming up in the future. So you becoming this new person, this person who is much stronger, it feels like, than the person that was there before because of the spiritual lesson. I think everything's going to work out and you will move forward. There's a lot of love here. There's a spiritual connection, a soulmate connection, and I think it will be very grounded this time. I love to see that. I'm so glad the Ace of Pentacles came out. So, Capricorn, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.